This is the Hypothetically Sound podcast,
hosted by Alec, Randy, and Xavier,
where we take a hypothetical look at the world around us,
exploring the what ifs, maybes, and how comes.
Join in on the unfiltered, raw, and real conversations
as we explore the world around us. Welcome back to Hypothetically Sound. We hope you are having a great day because we are here because it is a special day. On August 28th, it is none other than Alec's birthday.
Yeah, it is.
Happy birthday. I know everybody at home is saying it to you, so I hope you feel good and having a good day.
Yeah, man.
But we're here for a reason, and that reason is to continue our journey on Apple Music's top 100 albums of all time. And today, we are on album number 79, Norman Fucking Rockwell by Lana Del Rey.
Yes, sir. A 14-song album. It's about an hour and 7 minutes long.
Yeah, it was a good album. As always, we give you a little warning beforehand. Not my type of music.
Yes,
I respect her. She's very talented. It is good music. Just not meant for me. But we're still going to review it because we listened to it.
Yeah, she's in the same vein of like Taylor Swift, where like know she's good and she makes decent music. You just like it's just not something that I see myself sitting down listening to ever.
Yeah. I'm never going to reach out. Like, I'm gonna give you guys some background as always on Lana Del Rey, but I'm gonna let you know I did not know this was her 6th album. I thought this was maybe like her 2nd album. I didn't know anything about her. I've obviously known her name. She's a very famous woman, a very talented woman, but I just didn't know much about her. So I'm gonna give you guys some information on this album and her in general. As I said, this is the 6th studio album by her. She is underneath the Interscope label. She produced this with Jack Antonoff. So this is her and one other guy doing it. She makes soft rock.
One other guy, Jack Antonoff, is the reason why a lot of people are big. True, and you do hear the influence. No, it's fine. I was just saying, you do hear the influence that he has. If you listen to Taylor Swift, yeah, there you go.
Yeah. No, I feel you. And I usually do give producers their credit. We did it way back when we first started this. But yeah, she does soft rock with piano ballads. This album in general references a lot of various classic rock artists. And obviously, the title of the album is a reference to the painter and illustrator Norman Rockwell. This album did amazingly well. It was number 1 in 7 countries. It peaked at number 3 here in America. She was nominated for Best Album of the Year at the 62nd Annual Grammy Awards. So she did very, very well. Let's see. She went 2 times platinum in Poland. She went platinum in the US, platinum in United Kingdom. So yeah, very, very good album. People loved it. Like you said, top 1 in 7 countries. Did you know anything about Lana before? Did you recall any of her songs before listening to this album?
She just has a big fan base. That's all I knew.
Yeah, same. So you ready just to dive into this album?
Yes, sir. Okay. Yes, sir, I am.
So we start nicely with the number 1 track, the namesake track of the album. Track number 1 is Norman Fucking Rockwell.
Norman Fucking Rockwell, for sure.
What did you think?
Yeah, man. Right off the bat, you get her sound. Her voice is super nice, My brain just died. Anyways, yeah, her voice is super nice. You get kind of like the softer sound that she gives off, which is cool. This song in particular kind of feels like a playwright type of song. It belongs at the start of a play. That was the vibes I was getting. The chorus of it is good. It has a nice build up, but nothing too extreme. Where I kind of expected a grandstanding at the peak, but you didn't really get that, which sucks. And eventually, I do get annoyed by it. As it goes on, because she does that a lot. But
like a tease.
Yeah. And then she does she blue balls me the whole fucking album. I hated it. But it was well balanced and very soothing sound.
Yeah, no, I agree. It was slow tempo. She has an amazing voice that I like. She uses at times to she uses her voice very effectively. It's not straight like hard singing. It's not like Mariah Carey, where she's trying to hit those notes consistently. She uses her voice to its fullest effect. She uses it slowly. She uses it loudly. She uses it with different ranges. It's just she does very well. Clearly, she is famous and talented, and like she has her accolades for a reason. Uh, Before what I read to you guys about her past, I didn't know what kind of genre she exactly was in, and so like in my notes, I wrote like great piano sound, slow tempo, which is what she does through the whole album. I did think said like because I wanted to point out a little bit about the song. Sounded like a song about liking a guy, even when you know you shouldn't and could do better, which seems to be a trend with some of the albums we're listening to, or just music in general. Is I dated someone, I could do better, but I'm not going to.
Yeah, man, I'll be honest with you. I didn't really focus a lot on the lyrics. I like everything sound good in her lyrics.
Mhm.
A lot of them, like you said, are about some dude that she probably could do better against
Yeah.
or then. And yeah, I'm not like a hopeless romantic middle-aged woman, so I didn't really care for the lyrics that much.
Mhm. I'm just not a hopeless romantic in general, so like,
Yeah, so like, yeah, it was just something that I just really like couldn't connect to, and I think that also affected my listening as well.
mhm.
Um, and that's what this whole album is. So again, I can see why people really, really like her.
Yeah.
And it's easy to get lost in her music,
Mhm.
without really paying too much attention, which is not a bad thing, of course. But
Yeah. And with that said, we move to track number 2.
what did
Yeah.
you rate it? You didn't even tell me what you rated it.
Rating. I forgot. I'm so focused on just talking about the song.
Yeah,
I
that's all
gave it
you
a
do is
6
gap.
out of 10.
I gave it a 7 out of 10.
Nice, nice.
Okay.
Uh, Next track is Two Mariners Apartment Complex.
Mhm.
Um, I actually like this song. It had actually I enjoyed all of her songs. Unique. It had a unique cadence in singing some of her lyrics. That I hadn't heard before, and I love artists who have their own very distinct process and sound, and she has
Really?
that.
So this actually reminded me of like a mid 2000s song, like pop song,
Oh, did it?
almost a pop ballad, but she never quite delivered that ballad part, like the hard ballad part, right?
Mhm.
Because of the buildup. Yeah, to me, it sounded like an almost like a 2000s pop ballad.
That's fair. And I did say I said it sounds very cinematic. It sounds big for being such a slow instrumental sound. Uh, like the instrumental makes the song sound more intense to
Mhm.
go along with her slow cadence singing in it.
Yeah, and again, it kind of threw me off because like the verses and stuff have a good buildup and give you that feeling of a pop ballad, and then she just doesn't deliver in the choruses. I even put in my notes that I thought the verses were better than the chorus of this song.
Mhm.
And with that, I gave it a 6 out of 10.
I also gave it a 6 out of 10. Which moves us to track number 3, Venice Bitch. Uh,
Yeah, play on words if you didn't
yeah.
know.
So this song is interesting because this song references the first 2 tracks. Uh, she called herself a Venice bitch early on in track number 2. And then she references Norman Rockwell in track number 1 and some other things from track number 1. So it's the first 3 tracks are a story that combine into Venice Bitch, which is fantastic. Um, I don't know how you felt, but the almost 6 minutes of instrumental and her repeating the same words over and over did get old for me.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, it's a 9-minute track. Just this is her longest track I think she's done.
Mhm.
Um, in this definitely feels like it was done 3 minutes in.
Yeah.
Uh, this one is hard produced by Jack Antonoff.
Mhm.
And you can tell in the first 3 minutes it definitely is.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, at like 5 minutes in, I thought it was just way too long, like for its own good. And I
Mhm.
still have 4 minutes to go.
Yeah, and I can see people putting this on and just vibing for 9 minutes, chilling, hanging with
I'll
people,
be real,
maybe
I can't.
smoking, doing whatever. Like, I can see them doing that. I can
I
see
can't.
people doing it.
That shit
But for
crazy.
me, it is a no. For
Like
me,
I
it was
said,
too long.
I've said it before. It's very like there's not a lot of songs over 5 minutes that I fuck with.
Yeah.
And this one is like it doesn't feel like it has like the creativity to hold a 9-minute thing.
And that's the thing. Like, that's my issue with a lot of long songs is like Eminem stands, I'm pretty sure is like 5 minutes. Kim's like 5.5 minutes, but they are storytelling the whole way through. He is speaking the whole way through. A lot of the 9-minute, 10-minute songs that we've heard on our journey so far, 3/4 of it is just instrumental with the same words repeated. Like I guess maybe like I enjoy orchestras and things like that, but the music still has to tell a story. And like with this, I don't feel like the instrumental after everything
Dude,
that she said tells
it
a story
it
anymore.
doesn't even need to tell like a story in my opinion. It just
Mhm.
needs to be like it needs to flow and be creatively um
Enticing,
fresh or
fresh. Yeah.
enticing, you know?
Mhm. Yeah.
Like it gets to a point where it really doesn't draw you in and like the guitar solo is really weird coming in. Like
Mhm.
it feels like it doesn't fit and it forces itself in there. And it just like it doesn't like feel good. It doesn't feel like a good song, like
Yeah. No.
as it goes on. But the first 3 minutes is good. The first three
Yeah.
minutes is really, really good.
Like
Uh
I think I would have given this song like an 8 if it
was 3 minutes long.
was
Yes,
3 minutes
same.
long.
Yeah.
But I did give it a 6.
I gave it a 5.
Which is fair. I almost did drop it to a 5 because of just how long it got at the end. But I really enjoyed the quarter,
Yeah.
first third of the song. Which moves us to track 4. Fuck It, I Love You.
I love you too, man.
I love you too. Um, I thought the pre-chorus was really catchy.
Yeah.
And
I
I like
also
the way
thought it
she
was
sings
very
it,
catchy.
obviously.
Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I said it's very catchy. It sounds almost like it belongs in a movie. It's very
Yeah.
movie-esque, which again kind of fits with the Norman Rock, the first track,
Mhm.
where it feels like a play, like it should be in a play. Like this
Yeah.
feels like it should be in a movie.
And I say that a lot too. Like I haven't brought up, but yeah, I agree with you. A lot of her music sounds like it could be in this new era of Broadway musicals. Like she
Yeah,
could write one, and I think it would do amazingly. Uh,
agreed.
I
Yeah, well, she'd probably have to sing in it, but yeah,
Yeah. uh, and that brings back. I One thing I will take away from this album is I do love how she is as a singer. Uh, I love how she sings differently in each part of her song, and she uses her speed, her volume, and her intent differently in each song. Like,
yeah,
while the instrumental and the feeling of the songs of piano ballads and soft rock does tend to mold together, she does a good job of using her voice to make each song different.
yeah. I
And then this
100%
is
agree.
probably my favorite track on the album.
Yeah, it is up there as one of my favorites. I did give it a 7.5 out of 10.
I gave it a 7 out of 10. And if you're like, "Oh, how was your favorite?" You know, 7 out of 10. If
That's the
this
highest
this
rated one. That's it. As simple as that.
if
Why I
this
gotta
song
explain.
came on, I would not skip it. I would maybe even after a couple listens, probably put it in a playlist. But that is as far as I will go with any track on this album. If it comes on and I'm not actively having my phone in my hand, I'm not going to go out of my way to skip any of her songs. Uh, which moves us to track 5, "Doing Time."
Yeah, this is actually a cover. Did you know that?
I did not know it.
Yeah, you never know.
I
You
don't.
never know when they do covers. This
My
is a
music my music, knowledge is very low, apparently.
this is a cover of the Sublime's track by the same name. I don't
Oh,
remember
okay.
when it came out. I think it was maybe late 90s or no,
Yeah.
early 90s. I don't fucking know.
I think mid-90s.
But I think this is actually better than the original. I thought that song
Nice.
was the original was ass. It just sounds kind of awkward to me.
Uh-huh.
Lana puts her own spin on it. It sounds good. It's again better than the original. 6.5 out of 10.
Yeah, I agree. I like the funkiness of the song. I thought it had really good instrumentals. I gave it a 7 out of 10. And I'm gonna have to go listen to Sublime's version.
Don't.
Now I have to. After you tell me something's a cover, I have to go listen to the original. But that moves us to track number 6, Love Song.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's definitely a love song. Yep.
I said in this one, it's definitely more of a talking song than singing. She is talking to her audience. She is talking to whoever the song is about.
But it sounds good. It's
No,
very pleasing to ears. I
Sorry, go ahead.
was gonna say I said this before in a previous episode, but this is one of those songs that kind of make you sleepy in a good way. So,
this one I felt was very, like you brought up musically. This was very Broadway musical to me. In the sense that where I said it sounds like she's talking to you, but then she'll throw in long notes and sustained notes that remind you, yeah, she's a singer. And it's kind of like a Broadway show that switches in, like the scene switches from them talking to you to going into a song back to talking. And it was interesting. I enjoyed it. I gave it a 7 out of 10.
yeah, I ended up giving it a 7 out of 10 as well.
Which moves us to track 7, halfway through, Cinnamon Girl.
Yeah, by now you know her sound and you know she does it very well.
And that's what I said. Seems to be a high standard song from her.
Yeah. It's very pleasing to the ear. It's really easy to get lost into.
Yeah.
And I can see, like, this song here is like specifically, I can see why people fuck with Lana in general. I don't even think this is like one of her singles. I just think this is just a really good song that shows off what she can do.
No, yeah, it just goes in to a very solid album of very solid songs. I gave it a 6 out of 10.
Yeah, I gave it a 7 out of 10.
Which was track 8, How to Disappear. One thing that I have noticed with her up to this point to track 8 was she uses a lot of different instruments. And each song has a different one pop up. Like I've heard different instruments in each song, and I really enjoy that. I enjoy people that there's so many instruments in the world. Like, why not use a full range? So I really appreciate that she does that.
Awkward turtle. Yeah. I just put that this was a slower pace kind of song. I didn't have a lot of notes for one. It's just good. Her voice is good.
Yeah, no, I agree. I gave it a 6 out of 10.
I gave it a 6.5 out of 10.
Nice. And then we move to the next track, which is California, track 9, where I didn't take any notes on this because I'm not gonna lie, I got sidetracked while doing something else and just listened to it like non-critically.
Okay. You didn't take notes? I did. I actually took a break for a while because whatever, and I found it really hard for me to come back to the album. As good as it sounds, again, it definitely set in that this was not something that I personally would sit down and listen to, which made it difficult for me to come back to.
Yeah.
It's still being good and stuff. Don't get me wrong, it's gonna sound really weird, and then I give it like a 7 out of 10, which I did give California. It sounds very nice, but at this point, I've really started finding that the album was just getting boring.
Yeah.
I like the piano of California, and I was low-key hoping that it had a little bit more hype to it, because it feels like a song that should have a more powerful chorus to it. And Lana has a very kind of like soft sound.
Yeah, very soft.
And I didn't understand like what I meant by that, in the sense of like, I don't know how she's supposed to have a powerful chorus when she is a soft singer, like, and a soft sound like that. But I felt like there was something missing. There's a piece, and I felt that the whole album, and it just like, I don't know.
No, I agree.
To me.
So like I said, I didn't take notes, and when I found myself, I'm like, oh, the music changed. I paused and took a break after California. I did give California 6 out of 10. I did re-listen to it. I didn't take any notes still. I just wanted to make sure that I listened to the rhythm and stuff. It's a standard song. It's another standard song on her album, and I think you brought up a very valid point. It's not that the music's bad. it doesn't just match the tempo of music I enjoy, and so it does get boring when you're listening to the full album. For me personally, Lana Del Rey is a person that I would listen to her singles, kind of like I do Sabrina Carpenter, Taylor Swift, Olivia Rodrigo, Billie Eilish. I've never listened to a full album of theirs, but I will listen to their singles because I enjoy them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that brings us to the next best American record, which I gave a 6.5. It really doesn't have any notes for me.
Yeah, I gave it
that was like extra slow.
I gave it a 6 out of 10. I thought it had a nice spooky vibe to it, kind of like it would be used in a thriller movie about a stalker. And that's some of her songs too. Just because there's so many movies and TV shows made in the like area of teens and young adults, and I feel like her music that's who it's geared towards, and so that it sounds like it would fit in movies and shows about people that age. And this song fit that mode to me. So yeah, 6 out of 10. Which moves us to track number 11, The Greatest.
Actually, hold on one second. The next best American record also could have been a Lady Antebellum song.
Yeah.
Just wanted to put that out there. I'm pretty sure that was the song it was. Which is weird.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we move on to The Greatest. I'm sorry.
No, good. Another slow, heartfelt song.
It's not as slow as the next best American record.
No, definitely not. But still slow. Like she does slow rock, so all of them are slow, and I feel like we're dumb for saying they're slow.
I mean, in her own way, if it's slow, it means it's the extra slow.
Mm-hmm. And they're good. They're relaxing songs that allow the lyrics to shine through. She is a lyricist, I think first and foremost, and she uses her lyrics and her voice more than she relies on instrumentals or pace.
Yeah. For The Greatest, I put that Sam Smith could hop on that bitch and fuck it up real good.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Yeah, this was definitely like a Sam Smith song. Oh God, I think it probably would be better with Sam Smith.
This is more of the piano ballad.
Yeah,
track, one of the piano ballad tracks on the album. I gave it a 6 out of 10.
I gave it a 7 out of 10. The guitar solo in it is also very good.
Yeah, I agree.
Throw it out there.
Then we move to track 12, Bartender.
Hell yeah.
No, just 2 more, 13 and 14.
You're right. My bad. My page switched.
No, it's all good. I thought this was a good story song. She has a lot of them, but this one was a particularly good story song. And looking at like the album in a whole, each song has its own story. It seemed to be about a different relationship, or maybe the same relationship looked at from a different point of view. And overall, at this point, I wrote the note. It's all of the songs sound good, but nothing that I will go back to and listen to after this. And like it might seem dumb or unfair or whatever. It's just nothing stood out as like I need to listen to this again.
Yeah, I fully agree with that. This song again, it just left me fucking wanting more, man. Like again, it had that build up and it just doesn't deliver.
Yeah, it gets there and then it's just like, that's all I'm gonna give you.
Yeah, pretty much. Again, this is a 6.5 out of 10.
Yeah, I gave it a 6 out of 10 as well. And now, Alec,
the real penultimate. I got you. Don't worry. Oh, my bad.
Track number 13, Happiness is a Butterfly.
Yes.
I know that we talked a little bit. You enjoyed this song. Yes. I thought it was just another good song, sound good lyrics. I gave it a 6 out of 10.
Yeah, you're incorrect. Anyways, I've been bitching about her not reaching the pinnacle and me saying that I didn't know what the more powerful like sound I was looking for, like that delivery, the satisfyingness,
Yeah.
This song actually has it, in my opinion. Like, and the piano's really good. The layering is really good. There's a build up to the chorus. And it finally had a satisfying payoff with that layering and stuff where like it was still her sound, but it sound more powerful, and it finally got to like again something that was like semi-satisfying, right?
Yeah.
This is probably my favorite on the track, basically because it does do that. Everything works super nice. It's again in her style, which is nice. She didn't have to like go out of her comfort zone. It felt like so. 8 out of 10.
Yeah, understandable. Like I know you liked it, and I understand why you liked it. And
I'm not judging you or anything. I was just
and then we move to the final song on the album. Hope is a dangerous thing. I thought it was a good ending, good lyrics again. Overall, it was a great storytelling album. It obviously is very personal to her. And obviously the song ends with the title of the song, and but she lets you know that she has hope, so it's okay to have hope.
Yeah.
But it's like she said, it's a dangerous thing, but it's okay to keep it, to have it. So at least she leaves you on a high note.
Yeah.
Thoughtful, reflective note.
I didn't put many notes on this one. It's just a 7 out of 10. It's a decent ending. So
yeah, 6 out of 10 as the average I'll give on this album.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, man. Oh, I'm sorry.
You go first. I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah. So like I 100% understand why people really do like Lana.
Yeah.
And like she 100% deserves her hype and popularity. I will just say again, this is just not my type of music. This is not something I'll sit down and listen to. I got bored of it. Like if it pops up on the playlist, cool. But like, yeah, I can't. It's just not for me personally. If you're into soft rock or you are a lover girl or something, or like a heartbreak kid, go listen to it. I'm sure you'll enjoy it.
100%.
But for me, like I'm just an outlier. It's just not for me. I did end up giving the whole album a 6.75 out of 10.
Yeah, that's fair. And I agree with you. It's not my style of music. If we're on a road trip and someone plays a ballad playlist, I wouldn't be mad that she came out. But I'm not going to go out of my way to listen to Lana Del Rey. If someone says an album drops, I'm not going to go listen to it. I enjoyed it. I see her talent. She's immensely talented, immensely creative. I enjoy the titles of her songs, how she intertwines songs, the stories, the lyrics. But at the end of the day, sometimes you just don't feel it as a whole. So I can see someone giving her a 9 out of 10, a 10 out of 10. Like I can see it. And just for me, I'm gonna go with what I scored all of her songs, 6 out of 10. It is a good album. I think it deserves its place on the list. But if you disagree, that's what the comment section is for.
True.
But yeah,
nah, you know what? If you disagree, tell me right now, right here, right now. Nothing? Okay, cool. Don't leave it in the comments.
So we thank you guys as always for taking the time to listen to our episodes. We appreciate it a lot.
For sure.
Alec, again, happy birthday.
Thank you.
And as a birthday present for you, you get to give the people a shout out.
I don't know if that's a birthday present because I do that every day. But anyway, shout out to all the people who wish me a happy birthday. And if you didn't, curse you. Curse you for generations.
Yeah, and if you want to give them a birthday present, like, share, and comment on our stuff. The more people see it, the better it is for us and better it is for you, because then we get better quality and cool things, and you get to, if we hit a certain marker, maybe we go back to making video podcasts as well.
Maybe we don't.
Yeah, who knows? But like, comment, share. We're on all social media sites. Under Hypothetically Sound. And as always, we hope that you have a great day.
Yes, for sure. Bye.
Bye. That was weird. I changed it up.
Yeah, you did. Kind of weird. Kind of cringe. Bye.
Thank you for listening to Hypothetically Sound. We hope you enjoyed the episode. All episodes can be found at hypotheticallysound.podbean.com, as well as on Apple, Spotify, and Pandora. For full unedited video versions of the podcast, please visit us at youtube.com/hypotheticallysound.